We are live. Great content creators are always evolving, and the best live streamers don't just go live. They fine-tune their approach to keep the audience engaged and coming back for more. The good news is you don't need a complete overhaul to see better results. Even small tweaks can really kind of help with your setup, your format, and your engagement, and that can make a huge difference. Today, we're going to break it all down. Quick and easy changes that you can start using right now, right away, to give you a bigger change to your stream. Plus, we're going to look at a bigger strategy to help you make those shifts, to help you create stronger, more impactful live streams. Most importantly, enjoy yourselves and let's dive straight in. Let me know where you are watching from. We are live and we're going to be talking about all things live streaming. Welcome, my name is Granted Saunders. This is BeLive, and hopefully you have got lots of questions and I'll have some of the answers for you as well. So do let me know where you're watching from. Gareth Boot is here, cool shirt. Thank you, Gareth. I thought I'd go for casual. The sun is shining today. So let me know you can all hear me okay. Dan Goyette, another fantastic live streamer there as well. It's great to have you all here. And it's the thing, it's great when you start out live streaming and then no matter how experienced you are, you can always benefit from some fine tunes and some tweaks as well. One thing I will put up here, first things first, is we are using BeLive. And so if you, let me just hide this, put this on. If you want to sign up for BeLive, then please do. And well, let's get straight into the stuff that we're talking about today. We're going to be doing, it's a two-pronged approach today, a two-pronged approach. How serious does that sound? And basically, Steve Woods is in the house. Steve, how are you? Stafford, UK. It was great to see in the BeLivers group. If you're not a member of BeLivers, do join that. But it was great to see in that group earlier, someone asking about UK people. We've got a great community in the UK and in the States and all over the world. So that's why it's always asked where everyone is coming from. So today we're going to be looking at this. Olga, what is BeLive? Great question. Great question. BeLive is a live streaming platform that helps you get the most from your live streams, and it helps you add production to it, like what you're going to see in this live stream here as well. I saw in the group as well, you asked the question about what's the difference between pre-recorded and live streams. Exactly that. We can answer those questions. We can highlight comments straight away. Olivier from Germany, and we can kind of we can nurture engagement whilst we're live as well. So it creates that authenticity. So we're going to go through some of the things that you can do to improve your live streams in 2025. And then we're going to touch on the second part of the show. We're going to look at some strategy stuff that we can do to help you get the most out of that there as well. And please feel free to drop a link to your live stream in the comment section as well, because it's always nice to see what we're going through. We will be having questions at 2 points during this. Once we do the first section, section 1, we'll do a quick questions and answers after that. And then when we get into the strategy, we'll do some more with that as well. Yes, exactly. We have got slides, we've got production. With BeLive, you can add all of the levels of production whilst you're in your live stream as well. So that makes things nice and simple. And we've got some fellow BeLivers in here as well, Olga. So great to have you here. And so yeah, improving your live stream in 2025. We're going to talk about the small tweaks you can do to make a big impact. And literally, you know, there's lots of things that we can do that just kind of, that really make those little changes. And a lot of it is being thoughtful about what you're going to do. A lot of it is about kind of preparation and doing it with strategy as well. So we'll look at the small tweaks that you can make to have a big impact. And so, yeah, the first ones of those is like optimizing your stream layout. Now, what do I mean by that? That's kind of like, you know, like it says there, removing clutter. Make sure that on your screen, you've just got the things that you need. Position your widgets, your overlays and everything so it doesn't clash with anything. Before starting this stream, I realized that I would normally have these slides on that side even, but I've swapped them over because exactly that. I didn't want my widgets here clashing with stuff that's already on the screen. So make sure your screen is not too busy. You want the focus of your live stream to be you, your message, and any kind of slides that you've got going on as well. You don't want people to get too confused with everything that's going on. And again, during this stream, if I say something that makes sense or hits a nerve with you, then, you know, put a little emoji in the comment section as well. I need it for my validation, but it's also good to kind of get that feedback from you guys as well. And throughout this process, it's all about feedback. So yeah, so remove clutter and make sure you position your overlays so that they add value to your stream. They're not just kind of creating busyness. Remember the websites in the early 90s, like when you had like animated GIFs that were doing all sorts of craziness over the screen? Exactly the same. It gets busy, it puts people off. Make sure that whatever you've got on the screen is adding some kind of value. It's either helping you deliver your message or it's making it kind of enhancing your brand. So like logos enhance your brand colors enhance your brand, slides enhance it as well. And also make sure when you're doing stuff on a live, make sure that your fonts and colors are clear and readable. Again, people are looking at these streams. You don't want to make it difficult for them. If they're having to squint, if they're having to look hard to understand the message that's on screen, it's going to become it's going to become clutter. It's going to become difficult for them. Does that make sense? And again, it's a small tweak you can do to really help with that as well. That's a great example of one there. Another thing is find ways to make your streams more interactive. You know, how do you keep your viewers engaged? We've done it already. We've done some welcomes. We've asked some questions. We've highlighted some comments. Acknowledge your viewers. It's always good to do this kind of like at the start of your stream. Say hello to the people that are there. Acknowledge them. If they've got a question, bring it up to screen. Find out where they're coming from so you can kind of have that common ground with them as well. But involve your viewers. This is a live stream. It's a two-way communication. You don't want it to be just one person on a monologue, just kind of driving forward. And it doesn't matter how many people you've got on your stream. If you're talking to 1 or 1,000, then involve them. Talk to your audience. Get them involved. I think that's really, really important. Once you involve your viewers, the algorithm sees people commenting, and it pushes that out to more people as well. And it makes people feel a part of the stream as well. So again, highlighting comments is a really great thing there. And again, especially if someone has a comment that emphasizes the point of your stream or what you're talking about, such as Olga's great comment there, it brings them in. It becomes a we rather than just me. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, let me know. So yeah, and obviously, with BeLive, there's lots of stuff that you can do, but making it interactive. The snake widget, I'm a big fan of it. I don't use it as much as I have done, but I'll just bring it on for those that have not seen it before. I know Dan's a big fan of this one. The snake widget gamifies that kind of interaction with your audience. So what that means, especially for like Olga, you're at the head of the snake at the moment. If somebody does a comment now, they will go to the head of that snake, and a new commenter, there we go, Dan's just gone in. I'm never alone in my head. That's the best way, Dan. I think you're exactly the same as me. But what you'll see now is Olga's been replaced at the head of the snake by Dan. So this gamifies that engagement as well. So I know when this feature first came out, both me and Stephen and a few of the others were just going crazy with it. It was so much fun to kind of have that going on as well. And so again, it gamifies, it gets people involved. You've also got stuff like the lottery jar, where you can put in certain keywords or comments and they go into that and you can pick a winner out. And so it really does kind of gamify your streams. I'll wait that to do one more lap and then we'll hide that snake as well. But again, it's a great way of kind of encouraging those comments, and it gives people permission to comment, to be involved in your stream. Now, I know a lot of people watch this and just, you know, they're very passive in it. But once you give them permission to get involved, you know, it really does help a lot. So there we go. Let me just get rid of that as well. And again, so easy to add and take that away midstream. So everything we're doing now is live. So yeah, find ways to keep your viewers invested and tease them about what's coming up. A great thing in the kind of speakers world is, you know, tell them what you're going to tell them and tell them what you've told them. Let people know. Stay tuned to the end of this for something really interesting as well. Gareth Boot, if you love it, I definitely love it. Gareth Boot, the rogue coach, by the way, is an absolutely fantastic live streamer. When we talk about consistency, it goes live every single morning whilst I'm still asleep, but a great live streamer. Now we have royalty in the house. Barbara is here as well. So yes. It's just, Dan, I've learned the lottery jar a few weeks back. Great for what you do as well, Dan, as well. If you've got giveaways, competitions, promotions, perfect for that. Barbara here as well. Is the snake visible on recorded video? It is, which is why I don't use it a lot for a lot of streams, because I want to repurpose a lot of my content. But depending what you're using, you can always crop it in a little bit. So I will use it sparingly during my stream, and especially during a stream like this, which I know will be repurposed later. I want to keep the branding to a minimum, and I want to keep the snake widget to a minimum as well. So yeah, great question there, Barbara. So yeah, so again, acknowledge your viewers, use on-screen polls and kind of get them involved. And again, anything on each topic we talk through, let us know your thoughts on it. What are your favorite features and what things are you doing for these particular subjects as well? Because I know we have people from very early on live streamers to some well-established professional streamers here as well. So yeah, don't let sound quality cost you your audience. This absolutely, yes. Barbara, absolutely, can toggle it on and off, just as I've just done then. I can go into the widget section, press the button, it comes on, press the button, it goes off. Just to prove the point, because we're live, we can do it. There we go. And the snake is back on the screen there as well. So again, you can just toggle it on and off as and when you need. And you don't, it doesn't start at 0 again. It carries on where it was left before. So you're not starting with an empty snake. So there we go. We'll drop that off there as well. A great use of that is if you're doing something that's timed, if you're wanting kind of audience participation and you want to give them, like, let's just say 30 seconds in order to answer a question, you can start the snake off and give them until the snake gets all the way around the screen, back to the beginning, and then boom, that's when you knock it off again. And again, it enables you to kind of still have that space. Anyway, getting into it, don't let sound quality cost you your audience. This, I think, is one of the first things that any streamer should be doing, and that's upgrading your audio for better clarity. Invest in a decent microphone and adjust the settings to make sure that's right. I have microphones galore, so I don't want to move that around too much because I'm probably about to unplug some of my wires. But yeah, invest in. Let me just put that carefully back there. I've got my wires there. So I've got Rode microphones. I've currently got a lav mic on today. I'm playing around with this because it gives me a bit more ability to move and talk with my hands. Sometimes I'll stay behind the mic and have like a pod mic here. But here's the thing, you don't have to spend a fortune. But, you know, the more you do spend, the better it's going to be. Think of it this way. You know, a lot of people will have live streams on and then go do some other stuff. They'll go do the ironing, they'll be working on another computer, they'll be doing some stuff and then have your live stream on in the background. And then when relevant things come up, they'll come back to you. So if they're just listening to it, then you want to make sure that you've got good quality audio. Now, the audio that you have in your inbuilt kind of laptop, computer, anything like that, the webcam and the microphone are not going to be the best. They're not terrible, but let me just for the sakes of arguments, let me just change this over. Inbuilt Mac microphone. Right, so now that's the inbuilt. This is on a Mac, so it's a good system, but that's the inbuilt microphone. Let me know in the comment section if you can notice the difference. It's always weird when I do this because I can't hear the difference because I'm obviously here in the studio. So yeah, thank you. And let's just go back to the, there we go. And we're back on the lapel mic there as well. And this is a Rode mic, nice and small, nice and good. And again, I'm running this through a mixing desk as well. But it does make, for me, I do think it makes a difference. Good quality audio, people notice it. And a lot of times if you're going live off your phone or just the inbuilt stuff, the problem with that is the microphones are designed to pick up the full room, not just me. And again, with a lapel mic like this, it's quite discreet. Again, you'll see I've just got it on the shirt. That's why I put the shirt on. I've got it on the shirt and it looks professional. My hands are free and I've not got the mic in front of me. I go through phases with microphones. Sometimes I want to see the mic right in front of me. Like when you see the podcasters, I like to see the mic in front of me there as well. And I think you'll find as you invest more in your sound, you'll want to show it off a little bit more as well. So that's a great thing. I know, Gareth, you have a great microphone. Let us know in the comment section what you've got. Olga is absolutely right. Start where you are. You don't need to go out and spend lots of expensive equipment. Start where you are. And the other thing is even a cheap external microphone is a massive upgrade from the inbuilt microphone as well. But never, ever think, do you know what? I'll start once I've got this camera. I'll start once I've got this microphone. Start like when I first started live streaming, literally, I look back now and I smile at the equipment I was using, but done is better than perfect. So yes, invest in sound. And for us that are coaches and therapists and that type of thing as well, again, we can have good sound for recording audios and MP3s for clients. And so it's good to have that anyway. So it's an investment in your business. Obviously, the next thing on from your sound, can anyone guess what the next thing could be on from sound? Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. Shure SM7B hooked into a Zoom H6. Someone's not messing about. It's like the new mug, by the way, Hocus Pocus. So yeah, so that's a great bit of kit. You do not need to go to that extreme. But Gareth's a bit like me. We want the best of the best. But Gareth is streaming every single day, sometimes twice a day. And so having that good quality stuff is an investment worth having. So yeah, can anyone guess what the next best thing for improving that small tweak you can make after the sound? Don't get the snake out. Do you know what? I'll let you know. Camera placement, lighting. These things can make a really big difference. Dan's using a Shure SM7B as well. Look at this. I've got my Shure over here as well. Shure are great microphones. And I know you guys probably got that microphone for the same reason why I did. It's the one you see on the Joe Rogan podcast. It's the one you see out there. It's the one that everyone's doing it. Dan, there is I say a prize. There's not really a prize in it for you. There's the honor of winning your right camera. A lot of people do worry about this. Camera placement is the most important thing. Think of camera placement as being like a conversation you're having with somebody. Gareth, lighting, you're both right, it's camera and lighting. When you're having a conversation with someone, you want to be at eye level with them, and it's exactly the same with this. Place your camera strategically and have soft lighting. Don't have something that's like super harsh in your face and that's blowing you out. Mess around with your settings. If you've got a webcam, you're a little bit more limited, but if you've got a webcam or the inbuilt one, mess around with your settings so your exposure's not blowing you out too much. The reason for this is whatever the brightest thing is on your screen, that's the thing that the audience is going to be drawn to. So a good example, I've got some lighting back here, but it's a little bit soft. I had to adjust it before we went live. I've got a panel light there, and I've got a ring light over there as well, just to kind of soften me up. But any kind of bit of lighting does help. Oh, there is second camera position. Joe bought it. I'm sure he did, Gareth. I'm sure he did. Now, that's a great thing as well. When we talk about strategically placing your camera, if I'm doing a demonstration, let's say I'm doing an Amazon Live or a Shopperbot and I want to show something, or I want to show a little bit behind the scenes, then you can play with that as well by having, as Dan has said there, as if it's almost been lined up to do this, but by bringing on board a second camera. So you can have a second camera that kind of shows what's going on here. If I was to be displaying products, I could have them here and talk about that there as well. But again, it's strategically placed. It's showing the workings of what's going on there as well, not just into my face as well. So I do kind of like that as well. Having a second camera can kind of, it's great for kind of cutting for scenes to keep the audience's attention there. But again, second camera is not essential, but it is a nice added extra if you've got that there as well. Does that make sense? Did you like the second camera? Yeah, it does make things a lot more fun having that to play around with. And again, kind of tweak your settings and play around with your lighting. I've played around with having a single light, having 3 lights, having the lights behind me as well. Having lights behind you do help kind of make your background look a bit more interesting, especially if you've got a beige background or something not that interesting. Playing around with the lighting in the background, it's just a small tweak you can do. These are just some cheap LED uplighters, but they make a massive difference. So yeah, I mean, do you have any lights? What lights are you using at the moment? And again, you don't need to go out and spend a lot of money on lights. You can literally use a table lamp and use that there as well. Paul, have a free camera setup. Nice. I'm playing around with it at the moment. I've got two M50s and an R50. That sounds like, whatever that sounds like. I'm really playing with that 3-camera setup. I want a wide, a close-up on myself and a close-up on a guest, but I'm playing around with that. But a 3-camera setup. I would love to see that, Paul. So please drop a link to the comment section, see how that's working for you. And great to have you on, Paul, a fellow UK person in the comment section as well. So I saw your comment in BeLive, BeLivers, which is a great group earlier today. Dan says, I have LEDs. LEDs are brilliant, and some of the LED panels now are really good. But like I say, even if you've got a desk lamp, just some soft, natural light onto your face, nothing with too harsh shadows, and something that's just going to help you pop on the screen a little bit. That is all you need to start with. It's just a little tweak that goes a long way. What do we think this? Be visible. This is the one that I think most people suffer with a lot. They think they can just wave a magic wand, go live, and the whole world will come and they'll go viral. Day window light plus ring light. I love natural light. Absolutely, Olga. All of the lights their job is to just recreate natural light. And so if you can get good natural light, especially outside, then that's absolutely amazing. But a ring light, I absolutely love. I have my ring light here that I've had from the very beginning, and it's still used as one of my main lights in the studio. I have a mixed match of lights all put together. So again, you don't have to spend a fortune. But yeah, if you buy the window, you got that 45-degree angle. If it looks good, it looks good. Play around with the moods of what you like for your live streams as well. Visibility, discoverability, and that's it. How do you boost your discoverability? Well, I know some of us already do on this, and it also was my reason of how I got into live streaming, and that was collaborate, engage with other streamers in the industry. What are other people doing? How do you promote your streams on other platforms? When I first started live streaming, I connected with other people that are in my niche, hypnotists from around the world, and we had interviews, and we were just talking about the work that they were doing. That boosted my engagement and discoverability and visibility, not just online via the live streams, but also within my niche as well. And I now travel the world because of those live streams. And that's the thing, that's how powerful this can be. When you collaborate with somebody else that's got a live stream, Dan, Gareth, any of the people, Paul, when you collaborate with other live streamers, you're bringing your audience to them and they're bringing their audience to you. That's a great way of getting discovered. It's a great way of meeting people that are in complementary industries as well. So a great example for that is if you're into fitness and you have a stream about personal fitness, then you could collaborate with a nutritionist and you could do a Q&A session together talking about that. The hypnotherapist and the coaches can talk about different modalities and stuff like that. Whatever it is that you do, there'll be people that aren't your competition that you can connect with. They're grateful for having extra content and having a guest come on as well and talk about stuff. And you benefit from you're getting your message in front of more people. And when you kind of co-host together, it really does open up the world for you as well. Absolutely, Barbara. Yeah. The events feature on Facebook pages for groups most underrated in promoting live streams. When you create a live stream, when you schedule in advance, you have that option. It creates a Facebook event. You can invite people to that. You can drop in there and ask questions as well. Create content to promote your content. So you'd have seen the Facebook event. You'd have seen some Instagram stories. You can create shorts. You could do a real-time live in setup, kind of going about to go live now. See you soon if you have any questions. There's so much you can do to drive traffic to your live stream. And that's the important thing. You don't just want to be jumping on and going live. You want to use the tools, schedule in advance, connect with other people, and use that content to drive traffic to your live stream. But yeah, Barbara, absolutely spot on. And Barbara, thank you very much for your comments and your promotion of this stream as well. Teamwork definitely makes the dream work. So yeah, use the tools that are there. They're so simple to do. And the more people that know about your stream in advance, the better it is for them to get involved in it as well. Dan says, yeah, I like events. I use this for a group page, which I bring up on the second monitor to see comments. Great way of doing that as well. Yeah, well done, Dan. Yeah, I love the idea of the second monitor for the comments, just so you can still keep that engagement going. Yeah, finding the best time to stream. I've played around with this. I run a couple of different streams, some based to America, some based in the UK. And that really does, it's an important tip. Find when that right time is. Best time to do it is trial and error. You know, use some of the tools that you've got. Check the data that you've got through Facebook, through YouTube. You can see when your audience is on there. Speak to other people that are in your niche. You know, kind of say, you know, when do you go live? When do you find the best time for that is? And yeah, you know, once you know that data, you can use that data to your advantage. Know when the right time is to go live. And then a good example of this is when I was doing a lot of Amazon Lives. You know, there were certain times like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, when it would be crazy busy. I would deliberately schedule mine to be just before that. So I wouldn't pick the peak time and the most people were on, because I knew there'd be a lot of competition there as well. So be strategic with that timing. But most importantly, check your data. You know, once you test a time out and it works, be consistent, stay consistent. If your audience knows, yes, Dan, if your audience knows that you're going to be going live at 11 p.m. UK time for your news show, then do that consistently. It becomes an appointment for them, so then they know. Any time that gets Grant up early, absolutely. The joys of working across the pond as well is sometimes you have a live streams at silly o'clock in the morning. Facebook group and page stats help you. Absolutely. 100%. Could not agree anymore with that comment. And here's the thing. Don't just go live and hope. Going live and hope is not how it works. These small tweaks, these little bits of data really help you tweak and push you so far ahead of everybody else. So yeah. Does that make sense? Let me know, guys. If you've got any Q&A, we've got a couple of minutes, we've got a couple of seconds before we get into the next section. But if you're not already part of BeLive, then let me just pop this link up here so you can join up to BeLive. But yeah, I want you to get as much value from this live stream as possible. And if you are getting value, then let me know. I want to see those emojis in the comment section. So yes, it's my Hocus Pocus mug. I do like a good comedy mug, especially when I'm live. It's a good thing. Make your background, your stuff that's going on, a way of kind of expressing your personality. Paul, I'm a moderator and admin for selling groups with over 50,000 followers. Awesome. That is good going. Yes. The BeLivers, guys, if you were into live streaming, join the BeLivers group. It is a community of live streamers, and it's a great place where we can share ideas. We can share our streams. It's a good place to get involved. It's a community group. So it really is up to you guys to get involved in that group and get, you know, those questions answered and just kind of share the love in there as well. Barbara does some great work in there. So do join the BeLivers group on Facebook. It is a phenomenal group. So yes, second part, we're going to get into strategy now. That sounds a bit more serious, and it's not too serious, but the live stream strategy overhaul. BeLive, the joys of BeLive, Olga, is we can multi-stream. So currently we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So you can go to lots of different places at the same time, so you can target your different audiences where they are, and it has what's called RTMP as well, so you can go live anywhere. So yeah, it's a great thing. And so the good thing is, Olga, whilst I'm having this conversation, my comment section on the side, I get to see where people are commenting from. So if you're commenting from Facebook, I know you're on Facebook. If you're commenting on YouTube, I see that as well. So it's a really great thing there as well. Oh, thank you, Olga. And again, it's a great feature that BeLive has, although I'm a control freak, so I always keep pressing the button, is it has comment assist. So if I can actually have the comments appear on screen without pressing anything. So as a solo streamer, that's a really good help. So yeah, so let's get into the strategy of things. Look, there we go. I'm not going to look. My hands are here. You ready for this? It's one of my favorite features. This, like I say, as a solo streamer, to have that element of production. Look at that. Oh, Barbara, thank you. Thank you. I should leave that comment up forever. Right, so strategy. Strategy means it's not just about going live. We've touched on that. And I used to do this a lot. It was about just putting content out there. If I put stuff out there enough, then that would be enough for the algorithm to pick me up. No, not at all. You want to have a strategy. It's not just about going live. It's about what happens before, during, and what you do after your stream that makes a big difference. So what you're going to do is think like a marketeer. Now, I know a lot of people, don't like sales and marketing. They feel it's a bit icky, but let me be honest, marketing is the best thing that you should be and are doing for your live streams, for your brand. And what that means is know your goals. Why are you going live? What do you want to get from it? What are the goals and purposes that you're doing that for? By having that information, you know why you're going live. That kind of gives you your goals. Why are you going live? Is it to raise your brand? Is it to promote a coaching program? Is it to build trust with potential clients? Tactics. What's your tactic? Do you want to get 200 viewers? Do you want to consistently mention your coaching program so you can get people jump on board with it? What do you do during your stream? This is really important because that way when you start streaming, you kind of have that, here's what I'm going to go live for. Here's my goal for today's live as well. Watch what. Oh, thank you very much, Adam. Adam, another great live streamer. There's some live streaming royalty in the comment section here today. I feel very honored and blessed. So you're getting some good stuff because if I'm wrong, they will tell me. I always tell that my live stream is brought to you by Guild and Magazine. Exactly. You've got something. You've got a reason for going live. You're telling them what you are going live for. That's really important. So have that goal, have that tactic, but then kind of what things are you going to do pre-stream? How do you hype it up? How do you schedule it? We mentioned earlier about groups, hype it on social media. Here's a secret, send an email to your list. Let them know. Schedule your post in advance. Post it in groups, forums, post it anywhere and everywhere. All those pre-stream things are going to make a big difference to when it actually goes live. What do you do whilst you're live? What are your during the stream actions? It's important, I think, what's that, Paul? Showcasing local businesses, especially hair salons, beauty, etc., and businesses share live streams. Paul, live streaming for the beauty industry is phenomenal. In the pandemic, a local hairdresser and beautician contacted me to see if we could do some live sales for her salon. She had, and by the way, she was very nervous about going live. We set her up with BeLive, and she was talking through the different products that she sells and services that she offers. And she did fantastic trade from that one live stream. The beauty industry, especially because you can do demonstrations, you can show products, you can show befores and afters. There's so much that you can do. I know you know this, Paul. I'm just explaining it to other people, but it is so great. So yeah, absolutely. And so it helps give you some good guidance there as well. So yeah, so during your stream, what do? You've got to make sure that there's certain points you're going to touch on. Like this stream, I have my agenda on the side to try and keep me on point because anyone that watches me regularly knows I can go off point. But I've got that agenda. It keeps me on point. I need to deliver these pieces of value. I want to encourage you to stream. And I'm going to drop in a couple of links to get you to sign up to BeLive. It's not salesy. I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to inform because I want you on the right platform. So yeah, think like a marketeer. Then what do you do after your stream? You know, you've shared your value, you've given your insights, you've shared your success stories, your coaching program, you've done all of that stuff, you've done that now, you've walked through it, you've put your call to actions in there, the stream is finished, but your work's not finished. You've still got stuff to do. Like, repurpose the key moments. There'll be bits in there where you kind of go, that was a great 30-second clip. You can use that, repurpose it, create a short from it, create a TikTok from it, and then use that to promote your next live stream or the next show. Send it out to your list for the replay. Here's what you missed. Send it out there as well. And again, it's encouraging those comments in the replays and everything else as well. Does that make sense? Does anyone do that as well? I know I use opusclips.ai. I do a stream every Monday. The purpose of that stream is to create content for the rest of the week. A 20-minute live stream, and I know I'm going to get 4 or 5 great bits of content just from that one. So yeah, that's exactly what that is about. So yes, optimize for discoverability. What does this mean? It means, you know, think about, especially if you're going live on YouTube, think about how it's going to be discovered. You know, think about SEO. Thank you, Barbara. Think about SEO. Think about the things that you're going to be, you know, the titles that you're going to do. And again, make them keyword specific, not vague. And I do this sometimes if I'm being lazy. And that's what it's about. It's about not being lazy, where it'll be like Coffee and Catch Up Live, Hypno News Live. The problem is that's not going to pick up anything. That you're not going to get discovered by that. You've got YouTube Insights. You've got TubeBuddy. Who in the comment section uses TubeBuddy? I absolutely love this. TubeBuddy is like an add-on piece of software on YouTube that helps you know what keywords people are searching for. This really, really helps, because once you know what people are searching for, once you know the volume of traffic for those search terms, you can then choose your titles and your topics for your videos accordingly. It is a really, thank you, Barbara. Yes, absolutely. It is a great bit of kit. Exactly. SEO is it's knowing what people are searching for, having a good idea for it, and then fine-tuning your streams accordingly. It helps you pick the topics of your streams, because when you know when people are asking for certain questions in YouTube, they're the questions that you need to be answering. This will help you get discovered. It'll help put you where your audience is. And that's half the battle with this as well. And most importantly, test and refine. Look at your past live streams and see what worked. There's a coach friend of mine. I was just stalking their YouTube the other day to see which videos of theirs were popping off and doing really well and which ones weren't. And straight away, I saw exactly what was working and what wasn't on their channel. Within 2 videos, I saw what was working. What was surprising is to see that they'd not seen that and they'd changed their tactic. But by seeing that, I can drop them a message and kind of go, you should try doing this. It really helps. Do that with your own videos. Look back at your past videos and see which ones worked, and see if you can figure out why they worked. Was the title a bit more impactful? Was it more keyword heavy? What was it, and how can you make that work for you? Be great if BeLive did customer power with BeLive logo and BeLive with us t-shirts and caps. Love that idea. I do have a BeLive mug. It is my prize possession. But yes, Paul, leave it with me, because I think I want a BeLive cap. Barbara, great point. Great point. Facebook is removing prior live streams. It's important to review them, repurpose them in your current live streams, and promoting future lives. Absolutely. You know, the amount of storage that Facebook had to store all of our previous lives obviously is now going away. So after 30 days, I believe it is, they're going to be removing them. So if you're not repurposing those lives, if you're not then putting them on YouTube as well, you're going to lose them. Don't lose some absolutely amazing content there as well. Oh, Adam, I love it. Essential to get your description title right for discoverability. I have a saying in the office, If your title's dull, the views will be null. Yes, so many people blame the algorithm. The reality is you've just got to put in that extra little bit of work there as well. And Olga, may I ask this, why go live instead of pre-recorded, thinking energetically more conversational? What's your input, Grant? I love lives. The way I see it is you can pre-record content and put it out there. Energetically, it's just a one-way channel. I've recorded this piece, I've put it out there. Live is a conversation. The other thing with that is it means it's a way of introducing yourself to new people. So by going live, you can have kind of a conversation with people. There's no commitment for them to jump on board as such. It's your job of kind of getting them in. But, and like Barbara said, you can add pre-recorded video clips to this as well. So if we're having an intro at the beginning of the show or some other bits going off as well, we can put the videos in the show. Yeah. And again, another reason to go live as well, Olga, is most of the platforms will prioritize live versus pre-recorded because they want you on there engaged as well. Live streaming is better than pre-recording. It gets more engagement from your viewers and people are more intrigued and more likely to view as they feel the FOMO. Absolutely right. Exactly, authenticity. If you're a fan of live, put hashtag live. I love live in the comment section there as well. Oh, Olivier, thank you very much. And yes, you're right, live appears at the top of the screen on Instagram. And live's a great place for public speaking practice. Absolutely right. Another thing you can be doing is, we're almost there, guys. Collaborate with other creators. We mentioned this a bit earlier, but this helps expand your reach and credibility. Reach out to people that are doing live streams. Trust me, as a host of a few live streams, I want content. I want guests. So please do reach out to people that are running a live stream that complements what you do, and they will happily do that. And again, do the same, get people on with you. It's a great way of kind of really reaching out. Another good thing to promote your stream is get on podcasts, get on other people's live streams, co-host live streams with people. It's a really great way of getting your stuff out there. Absolutely. Yes, Adam has been known many a time to join my green room whilst I'm getting ready just before a stream as well. And that's a great thing. And yes, take control. This is a really important one. I never did this for years. Your email list is the most important thing that you can develop and grow. In fact, I was having a conversation with Adam about this over the last couple of weeks. With social media, stuff can go wrong. The platforms can go down. It could disappear tomorrow and you've lost your audience. By having something to get them to sign up to a list, it means that's your audience. You own that list. They're your people then. So give them a reason to join it. You know, have a value proposition. Sign up to my email list and you will get a free guide to going live. Sign up for a free coaching program, a template, whatever it is that you want to do, something that complements what you do, but give them a reason to do that. It helps you stay connected. It helps you offer more value, but it means that they're your audience. And it means every time you're going live, you can send that out to your list. When you're a guest on someone else's live stream, you can send that out to your list. So more audiences coming. That increases your value proposition as a guest. It means when you're doing a live, you can send it out to the list. This is the most important thing that you can do if you're going to have a real strategy for your business in 2025. I'll just jump in there. Can guests who use BeLive to stream to their audience simultaneously? Absolutely. So you can co-host live streams now, which is really good. So I did a good friend of mine, Jim, who's passed now, unfortunately, but we both did Amazon Lives at the same time in our same BeLive, but to different kind of channels on Amazon. It is a really great thing as well. This is why I commented in the group as collaboration with others. Paul, always happy to collaborate. Always happy to. So yeah, so kind of get that list, build your list and promote to your list regularly. Don't build your list and then just send them one email every 6 months. Once a month, send them something. Don't worry if someone unsubscribes from your list, because if they do, it means they don't want to hear from you. That's fine. You want a list of people that are engaged. Let them know what you're talking about. Send them emails with promotions, with offers, but deliver value for them as well. And rethink your streaming format for 2025. Try out different styles. If you're currently doing like a talking head, like a single person to the camera, then why not see about doing a co-host, a Q&A with somebody else? Why not do an educational one? Think about the different ones that you can do. Solo Q&A, educational, showing people how stuff is done. Great for Paul when it comes to beauty products. Behind the scenes streams. So I like to do real-time lives out and about, behind the scenes teams. Ask me anythings. These always make me a bit nervous, especially as a hypnotist sometimes. But Ask Me Anything streams are really good. And again, great for engagement because you're asking those questions that the audience wants to know. And this also helps you with topic ideas for future shows. Tutorials, live demos, panel discussions. A panel discussion is really great because let's say you've got a group of people in the same niche, you could get 4 or 5 of you all on one panel and be asking questions for the audience. As an audience member wants to join you in the studio during your live, can they do that? If so, what's the best way to facilitate their appearance? It is as simple as, well, it's the simplest thing possible. I could literally go over to the side of this panel here, click guest, copy the link, send that to anybody. I'll not put it in the chat because everyone will jump on. Send that to whoever it is you want to join you as a guest. And literally, as you send that link out, they click on the link or they copy and paste it into their browser and they appear in your studio. It's as simple as that. They don't need to have BeLive already. It's all a web-based platform. They follow that link. They click to connect their camera and microphone, and they are there ready to go in your green room, and you can bring them on straight away. Very funny, Adam. Yes, Adam. Bear in mind, you can change your live stream link, your guest link, anytime that you want. I've had the same link for a long time, so yeah. So Adam has my link. He has been a guest many times on the show. Ask Me Anything, Scare Magicians. I think they're the best at plucking answers. Yes, yes. But it's the joys of going live, especially with an Ask Me Anything. You know, and this is why live works. It's authentic. So when you put it out to the audience of literally you can ask me anything, it lets you know what people want to know, and be prepared for some random questions. Again, another one as well as panel discussions is challenges or interactive streams. Again, it's if you're doing something, if you're building something. I want to do a live studio build when I kind of reformat down here. It's a great way of doing it. But here's the thing, you don't just have to do one, you can do all of them. So I have various different streams that I do, and they're all different formats. So I have a 2-person kind of panel show where we talk about the wedding industry. I have Hypno News where we talk about stuff that's going on. We have an educational one. All of the different formats connect to different audiences as well. Oh, there you go. And answering questions also adds authenticity. If you are good at what you do, you should be able to answer. Yes, and that's why live works. It's authentic. You know if someone is spinning you a yarn, you know if they're not being authentic. When you're live, it helps build that trust. And people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So, yeah. Leverage short videos to grow your audience. Use shorts, reels, TikToks, use all of those to grow your audience. Most of the platforms push this out to more people. You're going to get a lot of newer audience. And because it's bite-sized, there's no real commitment from your audience to kind of jump onto it too soon. So by having short form video, I always say it's like dating. you're meeting them for a coffee. It's just an introduction. It's a smile. If they like you, they'll go further into your content. The great thing with, like, especially YouTube shorts now, if you have a short video that you've created from your live stream, you can then connect the main long form content of that video to your short as well. So if they like what they see, they can go off and see the fuller video from that as well, which is a great thing. Yes, there's an energy exchange. Having lots of comments, and been great comments today, having lots of comments and that engagement keeps the energy of the presenter going. And that's really important. But it's really important to try and keep that energy when you don't have an audience, because lots of people will watch this on the replay. So you've got to imagine that even if you're talking to one person, you're talking to 100 people, and keep that energy going up. Yes. And another one that is really important here is create a community hub. Again, this is a great place of, once you've got your audience, you know, have a place for them. The BeLivers group is a great hub of live streamers that use BeLive. It's a place where people can ask questions in between streams. You know, if they've got, you know, technical stuff, there's some technical advice in there. If they've got, you know, if they're looking for certain bits of information or wanting to share some of their wins, there's a place for them there as well. It helps create that community. Once you've built that community up, then makes it easier for you to use that as well to promote future streams as well. So that community hub, it doesn't matter whatever it is. It could be Discord, it could be Slack, Reddit, Facebook groups. I love Facebook groups. But again, they're a great place to bring your community to that place. But if they're not already there, if you try and encourage people to go from Facebook to setting up Discord, if they've not got Discord, the chances of them setting it up are very, very slim. So trying to be where they are as well. So I'm a big fan of Facebook groups. That's just me. Discord is okay. Some people love it. It's not for me. But find out where your audience are, and that's where you should be doing it as well. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it is good to have somebody. Adam, who is in the comment section, Adam has assisted me on many a live stream as well. But look at that. There is a link to the BeLivers group. Do check that out. It's a great group. And if you're not already a member of the BeLivers group, straight after this has finished, jump into the group and just say you came here because Barbara told you to. And then we know then. So definitely do that. Jump in the group. It's a great resource, And it's one of those that, you know, there's lots of members in there that are at various different levels of experience. So use that. And I'll bring this up as well. Check out the BeLive blog. The BeLive blog is absolutely amazing. I'll bring that up in stream now as well. You'll see the latest blogs that are in there. And literally, you'll find every bit of information that you need. But again, also, Dan's in the group. I know you're in the group, Dan. Do check that out. And again, I'll pop this up one more time. But do join BeLive if you're not already a member. Guys, what did you think? Did you enjoy the stream? Did you find value? That's the most important thing. I'm always conscious of, I don't want to just be sat here, stood here, waffling. I want you guys to get some real value from these streams as well. So let me know. If you have any questions, we have a couple of minutes where we'll go into that. This will be our Q&A section. As he takes a sip of his cold tea. I know I've been live for a while now. So guys, thank you for joining me. I shall give a couple of seconds. Do let me know in the comment section. Thank you, Dan. Do let me know in the comment section where you go live, where you stream, and most importantly, if you have found value for this, then please do let me know in the comment section. Some people put in an applause emoji. I'm not saying you have to. But do let me know. Lola, how are you? Thank you very much, guys. Take care. You'll find me in the BeLivers group as well if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions. And take care and happy streaming, guys.